your maintenance sex and you have your sexploration. Your maintenance sex is, we know it works, we know what we like, we know it's going to get the job done. Boom. All right. That's your maintenance sex. Then you have your sexploration. We're curious about this thing. We want to know about this thing. We want to explore this thing. Maybe anal sex is a part of that. Maybe a flogger is a part of that. Maybe a new sex toy or a lubricant is a part of that. But really, I feel that both are necessary in a relationship to really thrive. I'm Rachel, and you're listening to the Owning Your Sexual Self podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We are here with another episode of Owning Your Sexual Self. Thanks so much for continuing to listen. Like, it just blows my mind every single time. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot say that enough. If you haven't yet went and whatever you listen to this show on, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Pandora, whatever it is, there should be an option for you to rate and review the podcast. I would super appreciate that. That just helps this podcast reach out to more people. And with today's conversation, we're doing an intimacy challenge refresh, and this is going to come with my brand new freebie that's going to be available on the website, rachelmaine.com. And it's going to be a free download for you. So if you're someone that is looking to just add a little bit more intimacy, a little bit more connection into your life and into your relationship, then this is a good one. So this might be a good one to share with a friend, a significant other, just somebody that you care about, somebody that you're like, hey, you could benefit from this. Anyway, so by rating and reviewing the show, that just helps this push out to people that maybe aren't friends with somebody as cool as you that already listens to the show and gets podcasts sent to them as suggestions. So thanks for doing that. Again, thanks for continuing to listen. So this topic today, so the intimacy refresh, oh my gosh, well, we can call it a refresh. That works actually. The intimacy challenge was a 30-day challenge that I did 2020, maybe 2021, somewhere around that time frame. I think actually it was 2020 because we still lived in our house in Dearborn and we don't live in Dearborn anymore. So I think it was like circa 2020. And I created this 30-day intimacy challenge. It was really cool. I did it for the month of April. And this was back when the podcast had a Facebook group, not as active in there now. You guys find me, I'm in the IG world now. I love Instagram. That's where I show up the most. And, anyway, so this was something that I did for people in the group, but now we're kind of refreshing it. And then if you haven't done it in a while, or again, if you're like new here, definitely check this out. So April has 30 days. So this is a 30-day intimacy challenge. And basically how it works is that I'm going to give you a thing every single day. And I'm going to go over each of them in the podcast today. And then, as I said, you can go to the website, rachelmaine.com, and then go to resources. And there's where you're going to find all of my free resources. I have something called a want, will, won't list that you can do together as a table. I have a self-pleasure guide. I have my communication guide that has probably been the most downloaded resource that I have on there, my relationship regroup, and then I feel like there's other things on there, and the link to the podcast is on there. And then now we will be adding this 30-day intimacy challenge as well. So let's jump into this. All right. And again, send this to a friend, send this to a significant other. You can download the freebie and post it in your bedroom. Like, okay, here's what we're doing today. Make it exciting, make it fun. I think that's what those two words, exciting and fun. Like, I feel like that is so often what is missing in relationships and in people's sex lives right now, especially if you're someone that's just been like struggling to feel in the mood or struggling to connect with your partner. It's like, there's so much pressure that is added to our sex lives. And so fun, by adding fun, adventure, and play into it, that can really sort of combat against that pressure and that frustration. So again, this is an intimacy challenge, not necessarily a let's have sex challenge. Warning, these things might lead to wanting to have sex. But if not, again, you're going into this challenge, you're going into doing these things with no expectation that it needs to lead to sex. I think that's actually a really important thing for me to say. This is a way for you to connect with your partner. And, I've talked about the differences between emotional intimacy and physical intimacy. So a lot of these are designed to tap into that emotional intimacy, so that for the partner that needs more of that emotional connection, both partners generally need some level of emotional connection in a relationship. But for the partners that like really need it and are really feeling disconnected on that level, these are some things that you can start with. And if doing it daily feels like too much, that's totally fine. Listen, no one, I'm not here to out you. I'm not here to judge you. Like, use this to your advantage in any way that you can. Maybe you want to implement these and do, once a week, you choose this. You've heard me talk again and again and again. Danny and I do No TV Tuesday each week for us. And that is our night for connection and bonding and quality time and sexy time and just intentional time together. And, this could be an idea if you have something like that, like come to this intimacy challenge, be like, all right, what can we do? Like what's something new that we can try? So, all right, without further ado, I feel like I always say that without further ado. Let's get into this. So I'm going to go through them quickly and then I will add just like a little snippet here and there. Maybe if I have anything extra, no, I have been podcasting for 5 years for a reason. So I always got something to say. um, Okay. And then I know we're running the ad for Cozy Earth on this episode. And you guys, I need to tell you these sheets, I realize like I have an ad sponsorship with them, but like legitimately, these sheets are amazing. Like every single time I like lift that top sheet over my body, it literally just feels like so buttery soft. It is so comforting, and sometimes I can like sleep hot. Danny, my husband, like he's a really hot sleeper, and these sheets, like they're just magical. Like they're cooling, they're moisture resistant, like they are so good. So I just needed to say, I know sometimes people like aren't really jazzed usually about ads that run, but I hope that this is like my genuine like share for you. Like the sheets are freaking worth it. And they have like towels and bathrobes and things like that. I've only used the sheets so far. But definitely my next on my list to get is going to be the duvet cover. So I have the whole like bed set. But yeah, they are. And also I've been a little hesitant on that because Mac is still in like puppy mode. So I'm waiting a little bit longer to pull the trigger on that one. Okay. Now for real, for real, for real. All right. So 30-day intimacy challenge. Day one. All right. Day one is so sweet. Day one is going to be play a slow song and dance together with your partner. This one I love so much. I love so much. Often, so you guys know I do therapy and I do coaching. That's my full-time job. And so often in sessions, I'll actually start some of my sessions off with playing a slow song and having the couples that I'm working with share a slow dance together. And every time I ask them, I'm like, all right, how much more connected are you feeling to each other? And repeatedly the response is like, yes, okay, that was so fun. And then I'll ask them too, I'll be like, so when's the last time you slow danced? For so many people, for so many couples, it's like their last wedding that they attended, or maybe their own wedding. And again, if you're adding more play and fun and excitement into your life, like this is something you're doing behind closed doors. Nobody has to see you. Nobody's judging whether or not you're a good dancer or anything. Like even if you just hug and sway a little bit together, I'm counting it as dancing. The point is to be connecting with your partner. So that is your day one. Play a slow song and dance with your partner. All right. Day number two is going to be to take 1 minute and explore each other's bodies. I put on here blindfold is optional, but I love a good blindfold moment. And you'll notice like some of these are going to be timed, like 1 minute, 2 minutes, something like that. And that is because this is meant to build intimacy. Like this is meant to build that anticipation. So as you get deeper into this, or even if you're just looking at the guide and you're skipping ahead with it, combine some of these. Like totally fine to combine some of these. Again, make it your own. Make this work for how it is going to work for you. But taking 1 minute to explore each other's bodies. Also, I just put in my head, like, okay, I want to reference some previous podcasts that I've done that are going to fit into this intimacy challenge. So something like the 3 minute game, or you might have heard me refer to it as the touch game. This could also be a really cool option for day two. This is where you are setting a timer for 3 minutes and you are I'm asking my partner, how do you want me to touch you for 3 minutes? Then he's asking me the same. And then I'm going to say, now, how do you want to touch me for 3 minutes? And then he's asking me the same. And that is a really good game for for physical touch, connection, communication, building anticipation, all that good stuff. So if you want to go a little bit deeper into what that is, check out that podcast. It is called The 3 Minute Game, and you should be able to search it and find it on this Owning Your Sexual Self podcast. All right, day 3 is to wear lingerie to bed or to sleep naked. This could be, for some of you, this is norm. So if your norm is already to sleep naked, wear the lingerie to bed. If you are already wearing like some sexy sleepwear, try sleeping naked. If you're the sweatpants and hoodie girl, like I realize this is you stepping out of your comfort zone, but it's one day. It's one day. Try it, especially if you're here, you're trying to implement these things. You're here for a reason. You want to add more intimacy, more connection. And again, you're doing these things without expectation. So I'm just curious, like how you feel when you wake up the next day, or just what the vibe is as you go to bed that evening, and what sort of pillow talk comes after this, or maybe what sort of intimacy or physical connection happens for you after this. Okay, day 4 is send your partner a sexy text to brighten their day. Yes, I just love a good sext message. I do have a podcast on this as well, sexting, how to sext with your partner. I did that one with Jen Oliver, I think. Oh my gosh, don't quote me on her last name. She had some relationship changes, so I believe it was Jen Oliver at the time. And so yeah, sending your partner, if you need some more guidance on sexting, we got that for you. Day 5, all right, before bed, share your favorite intimate moment with each other. This one is so fun. This is like you are fantasy creating with each other in a way, but it's real. Like it is your real life, your relationship. So how sexy and like how fun. Like remember that time when we were up north and we were all staying in your parents' cabin and we had to like be super quiet together, and right, like something like that. Like just reminiscing about those previous sexy experiences. This one particularly can be very helpful for the person in the relationship that has a little bit more difficulty getting into the mood. Thinking these sexy thoughts is one way to kind of quick kickstart kickstart your desire. And so that is your day 5. Day 6 is going to be look your partner in the eye and tell them how attractive they are. Oh, this is another thing that I walk my couples through. So having them eye gaze with each other. So I'm going to add and expand to this one a little bit. Eye gaze with each other. If it's helpful to do using your left eye, connect to their left eye. So there's sort of that diagonal cross. That's also a very tantric move to do. Your left eye is said to be the connection to your soul. So if you want to add a little bit more eroticism to that, and so looking in your partner's eye, and then using the stem either I love you so much because, or I'm most attracted to your, or I admire you for, I acknowledge you for. These are some great shares that you can do, just again to create that extra intimate moment and deeper connection with your partner. All right, then day 7. All right, day 7 is take a minute each to think of as many sexy words as you can. Then together create a scenario and make it happen. How fun. Play, adventure. Yes, these are tapping into all of those boxes. So yeah, you're literally just brainstorming sexy words together, and then how can you put them together into a scenario? And then yeah, there's your intimacy, there's your sex scene, if you will, for the evening. Ooh, I love that one. All right, number 8 is going to be to tie up your partner tonight and give them a lap dance. No touching until it's done. I realize this one might be also out of the comfort zone for people. So this one, if you, yeah, again, make it your own, but definitely dancing. For my ladies that listen, like dancing is such a way for us to tap into our feminine. And if you're like me, whenever dancing comes up in our relationship, like immediately I go to like a giggly, funny. And for me, I know this came up in one of our relationship check-ins recently. Like I know that for me is a growth opportunity because it comes from a place of like, I feel very vulnerable when I'm doing that. And so my defense mechanism is covering with humor. So name it to tame it, right? That's what I tell my clients to. So, anyways, tie up your partner tonight and give them a lap dance, no touching until it's done. That is your day 8. Take it or leave it, make it your own. You got this. All right, day 9 is going to be give your partner a massage tonight. See where that takes you. That's an easy one. We all love a good massage. Day 10 is your turn to receive the massage. All right, so we're flipping. Perfect. If you want to do 2 back-to-back days of like we're doing each other massages, that's good too. Double massage days, I don't mind. Though, let me, as I think out loud, this is Rachel unscripted. I have no outline whatsoever for this podcast other than looking at my graphics that I've created for the intimacy challenge. But there is also something to be said around just receiving. Like today is my day, tonight is my night. Like I am just receiving. And I think this is a growth opportunity for people is that like we don't, reciprocation isn't expected. Like this is a day like, babe, I'm taking care of you. I'm pampering you. I'm loving on you. All of that. And yeah, that is okay too. So don't feel like, okay, well now it's your turn, or don't rush through because you feel like you have to give to your partner now. Like allow yourself to just be in that moment of receiving. So again, whether you want to combine them or whether you want my night is tonight, your night is tomorrow night, that is up to you. Hey everyone. Are you tired of tossing and turning at night, struggling to find the perfect comfort for a good night's sleep? Well, I've got quite a treat for you today. Introducing Cozy Earth Bedding. Cozy Earth products are designed to transform your 5 to 9, that time that matters the most, into the coziest sanctuary. Their goal is to help you create a sanctuary within your home, a refuge from the demands of the outside world. They understand the significance of finding comfort and tranquility in the midst of our hectic lives. Your 5 to 9 should consist of the relaxation and rejuvenation, unwinding, and embrace a sense of calm. With Cozy Earth, you can transform your space into an elevated haven where serenity and renewal intertwine effortlessly. Let me highlight a few of their qualities. First, temperature regulation. Cozy Earth sheets are so breathable, you'll sleep several degrees cooler. I kid you not, this has been so fascinating for us. Enhanced fabric. Durable weave fabric that won't pill, guaranteed for 10 years. And I can attest to this because we have already had to wash our sheets a couple times, and so far they have still stayed 100% intact. Superior softness. I cannot stress this one enough. The ultimate ingredient for a luxurious sleep is softness. Cozy Earth uses only the best fabrics and textiles to enhance that. And I'm not kidding you. Every time I pull my sheet up, I say to Danny, oh my gosh, these sheets are so soft. I just love these so much. And responsible production. They pride themselves on the responsible production of all of their products. And lastly, get this, durability and commitment to quality. Cozy Earth bedding products have a 100-night sleep trial and a 10-year warranty. That is how much they believe in their products. As I said, I've had the pleasure of sleeping on their products, their bamboo sheet set for the last few weeks, and both Danny and I are amazed at what a difference this has made in our comfort and our quality of sleep. Already, I've been peeking on the website, like, what else can we get to add to our luxurious life? With Cozy Earth's bamboo sheet set, luxury starts where you rest. Your bedroom should be more than just a place to sleep, it should be a retreat. And Cozy Earth's best-selling bamboo sheets are buttery soft, temperature regulating, and crafted for 5-star comfort every night. They also have their luxe bath sheets. Wrap yourself in everyday indulgence. Cozy Earth's luxe bath sheets bring spa-like softness into your home. They are oversized, like these bath sheets are huge, ultra absorbent, and so, so soft. Whether you're looking for sheets, duvet covers, or even loungewear, Cozy Earth has got you covered. Plus, with their eco-friendly practices, you can feel great about your choice to invest in quality and sustainability. Luxury shouldn't be out of reach. So why wait? Treat yourself to luxury you deserve. Head over to cozyearth.com and use my promo code RachelM, that's Rachel M as in Maine, for an exclusive 40% off their best-selling sheets, towels, pajamas, and more. And if you happen to get a post purchase survey, let them know that you heard about Cozy Earth right here on the Owning Your Sexual Self podcast. Sanctuary awaits at Cozy Earth. So then day 11 is tonight when you're giving your partner a goodnight kiss, make it last a little bit longer. Maybe it travels to their neck. Maybe it starts traveling down their arms, maybe to their chest. I don't know. That one's up to you, but really maximize on that goodnight kiss. Day 12 is going to be enjoy a bath or shower together. Yes, we are very grateful to have a jetted big ass tub, and bath time is one of our most favorite things to do together to relax, connect, check in. We often do our relationship check-ins while taking a bath. It's wonderful. And I'll tell you, have a extra layer of difficulty here. When some of our harder conversations come up, here we are just like both butt ass naked in the bath and having these hard conversations. Talk about vulnerability. So it's like, that one just makes me giggle to think about. All right. Day 13 is to tell your partner to meet you in the bedroom in 5. They have 7 minutes in heaven with you, and you get to do whatever you want. This one can be so fun, especially for those of you that have kids. It's like, we got 5 minutes. Let's make the best of it. Well, 7 minutes. So 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 12. Terrible math. You have 12 minutes. So you got 5 minutes to prepare. We get 7 minutes together. Let's do this. You can get creative. All right. And then you got day 14, go for a drive today. Doesn't matter where. Pull over and have a steamy makeout session. My God, does that one take me back to like high school days when my boyfriends were older than me and they had their license and I couldn't yet drive, and I'd get picked up and they'd take me out. We go drive around, steamy makeout. Love that. That is also something that we are guilty of oftentimes when we get home. If it's late at night or we just got home, like doing something fun together. Does anybody else do that? You just like kind of hang out in the car before you go inside. That is definitely something that we do. And makeout sessions are very, very fun in those moments. All right. And then day 15, we're halfway there. Ice, ice, baby. Yes, yes, yes. Bring an ice cube to bed tonight and let it melt away on each other's bodies. That one's fun. That one's fun. Get your waterproof blanket. I recommend waterproof blankets from Yoni Pleasure Palace. They are soft and fluffy and plush and just so, so fun. I will also say the Cozy Earth sheets, great because they are water resistant. So I remember when I washed these for the first time, transitioning them from the washer to the dryer, I was like, it was like mind blowing. I'm like, wait, they're wet, but they're not wet. It was very weird. So if you got those sheets, like you don't need to worry about literally like sleeping in a puddle of ice, or water rather. Okay, day 16 is going to be to cook dinner tonight. Maybe enjoy it by candlelight, maybe some rose-colored glasses, maybe some rose petals is what I was going to say. But really, again, cooking together can be such a fun way to create something together. People find that their meals taste even more delicious when it's something that they actually created. And then how fun just to be like have each other's input throughout that. All right, day 17 is going to be to share a fantasy with your partner today and then flip the coin. Heads, you do yours, and tails, you do theirs. So fun. I think you should do both, but that's just me. Depending on what the fantasy entails, like that one could take a little bit, but yeah, bringing in some fantasy play here, sounds super fun. All right, day 18 is going to introduce a bedroom toy tonight. So start by exploring your partner's body slowly, making your way to their genitals. This again, like especially when toys come into play, like adventure, exploring, fun, creativity, like we know what feels good. We know that when we put our hands on their penis and go up and down, like that feels good. We know when we touch their penis, touch their balls, that feels good. They know when they touch our clitoris, rubber on our clitoris, that feels good. They know when they place their hand over our vulva, give that warmth and give that little rubbing sensation. That feels good. Okay. Don't go straight for that is what this is saying. Like take your time getting there. Okay. It's like a GPS, the clit is your destination or the penis is your destination, but you have all these other stops that you need to make before you get to your destination. Okay. You got some milk to pick up, you got some McDonald's you want to pick up, you got all these stops you need to make. All right. 19, engage in a pillow fight with your partner today. Clothes are optional. Again, fun, play. I don't think I need to explain that one too much. Dudes, go gentle. All right. We're not like trying to knock her out here. This is like fun, playful. Maybe you let her win, maybe you don't. What happens when she does win? In what position is she on you? I don't know. Maybe. All right. Day 20, we're getting there. 20 is 69, treating each other to an oral favor at the same time. Boom. 21, pick a place in your home that you've never had sex before and make it happen. Love this one. This one can be, again, so beneficial for the person that, my shapeshifter, somebody that needs different things in their sexuality. They cannot be stuck in the same monotonous thing. Changing up your scenery, changing up the place in your house where you're having sex. Kitchen generally is a pretty common one, or having sex on your couch, or somewhere outside of your bedroom, bathroom, shower, something like that. Yes, I'm a big fan, big fan of this one. I think this one can be helpful on so many levels. All right, then you got day 22. Explore your own body while your partner watches. This is a great way to show them what you like, to show them in what ways that you like to be touched, what pressure you're using, what spots you're focusing on. And don't be afraid of this one. Don't be afraid to express how you feel and what feels good to you. And I would say I think this could be fun to go either way. This doesn't just have to be the woman that is exploring herself. All right, day 23 is going to be to try a new sex position together. Yes. Yes, Google is a wonderful option for that, or if you got a Kama Sutra book, something like that. Also, another account that I follow, Vanessa and Xana Marin, they wrote the book Sex Talks together. Love their account. She's also a sex therapist. They are doing a March Madness sex position like trend right now on their feed. So they're kind of reenacting different sex positions, and then they made brackets out of them to see what is going to win as the best sex position. Fun, fun, fun. All right, day 24 is anal sex. So explore, not necessarily anal sex. Let me not. I just felt so many buttholes clench when I just said that. Anal exploration is what I want to say here. So penetration is optional. Just really exploring. This can be something super fun for your sex exploration. And let me just explain. So you have your maintenance sex and you have your sex exploration. Your maintenance sex is, we know it works, we know what we like, we know it's going to get the job done. Boom. All right. That's your maintenance sex. Then you have your sex exploration. We're curious about this thing. We want to know about this thing. We want to explore this thing. Maybe anal sex is a part of that. Maybe a flogger is a part of that. Maybe a new sex toy or a lubricant is a part of that. But really, I feel that both are necessary in a relationship to really thrive. So you don't always want to just be having maintenance sex, right? That's when we can fall into it just gets boring, especially if you're with somebody for a long time. So exploring new things really is a must, in my opinion. And then, yeah, I think if we only did sex exploration every single time, that could also get a little bit exhausting, and you might exhaust that creative brain of yourself. And so maybe if you're feeling like, oh, I have to come up with something new now, or we like got to try something new, like that takes more energy than the maintenance sex generally. So not adding more pressure by basically going into it like we have to be trying something new every time. All right, day 25 is going to be to watch porn together. My favorite porn website, it is an ethical porn site. It is female made porn for females, and it is bellesa.co, BELLESA.co. That is my recommended porn site for you, especially if you're someone that's like, I don't like Pornhub, I don't like the XXX or the red tube, like any of that. I love Lessa. It is my favorite. So go check it out. All right. Day 26 is going to be to engage in some extra dirty talk today, and sexting counts as well. I have an episode on dirty talk. Also, my episode from March 17th of this year with Susan Bratton. We go into some dirty talk there. She is she's like my sex mom. Like she is, I love her. I just adore her so much. And she has been on the podcast twice now. And that episode is a juicy one, if I do say so myself. So definitely check that one out if you haven't yet. All right, day 27 is going to be fall asleep naked together tonight. And this is going to make tomorrow's challenge even better because day 28 is going to be to make it a great day by starting with some morning sex. Just saying, get it out of this sounds so bad, get it out of the way earlier in the day. But I mean that from a place of love in the sense of if we have a busy ass day that's about to happen, like let's start it by prioritizing ourselves and prioritizing our love and our intimacy and our connection. That's where I'm coming at from that one. All right, that's your day 28. Day 29 is going to be making out topless today for 1 minute. Again, we did making out earlier, making steamy make out in the car. This time we're just going topless. See what happens. All right, and then day 30 is going to be recapping this challenge with each other. And this one is a share. So what were your favorite parts of the last 30 days, or what was your favorite part of this intimacy challenge? And who's up for another 30 days? These are things like some of these things you're going to love, some of these things you're probably not going to like as much. Pull out what works for you, what felt good for the both of you, and incorporate those more into your intimate lives together. All right, friends, that is what I got for you. So that is your intimacy challenge. 30 days. If you want to start in April, I know this episode is launching on March 31st. So unless you're someone that listens to the podcast on the day it's released, you might be a little bit behind, and that's okay because you can really do the intimacy challenge anytime. I mean, you could start it whenever you want, right? You can decide when your 30 days starts. And yeah, I hope that you like this one. I thought that this was like a little fun thing that I, again, did many years ago that could use a little refresh, like a little throwback Thursday, if you will. So let me know what you think. Again, go to rachelmaine.com, go to the resources tab, and you will find it there. And yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll put up like a round 2 with this, and we can add more things because they're in the world of intimacy and sex. Like there are so many things that we can do. There are so many different ways to connect with each other. So all right, y'all. Thank you so much for listening. Remember, rate and review the show. Super, super appreciate that. And check out those Cozy Earth products if you haven't yet. I do not get paid for Cozy Earth. What I got was sheets. My sheets were free. They sent me the free sheets to run their ad on the podcast, and I love them. They're good. They're good as sheets. Adult life, am I right? All right, guys. Have a great day. Thanks for listening. Thank you so much for listening to today's show. If you loved it, be sure to subscribe so that you never miss an episode. And if you really fucking loved it, make sure to tag me on social media at @TheRachelMaine. I'll see you next week.